Not too long ago, I released a video going over the things I disliked the most in each Assassin's Creed. It was a major success, and people seemed to like it. Today I wanted to do the exact opposite, and talk about my favourite thing about each Assassin's Creed, the thing I liked or loved the most in each game. Before we begin, like the original video, I won't be including Liberation, Freedom Cry, or the Chronicles games. I'm only going to be ranking the mainline games and not any of the spin-off games. Now, let's not waste any more time and let's jump right into the absolute best parts of each Assassin's Creed game, starting with the original. Assassin's Creed 1 has many things I like, such as starring the entire franchise, but it's not fair to just say that and leave it as the best part. My actual favourite part of Assassin's Creed 1 is actually the game's most focused entry in the entire series in terms of story. Almost everything you do in Assassin's Creed 1 is directly focused on the assassins. The game offers some story outside of the assassin stuff, but in the grand scheme of things, the vast majority of time you're playing Assassin's Creed 1, you're going to be doing stuff to help the Assassin Order, or do assassin stuff, just assassin stuff. Assassin's Creed 1 is just so damn simple. It's just focused on using your cool hidden blade to kill some targets. I'm not saying the other games suck and are horrible and bad and should never play them. I'm just saying I really appreciate how simple Assassin's Creed 1 is. It's just so simple. Kill targets, and that's about it. Assassin's Creed 2 is the one that a lot of people do enjoy, but I'm not the biggest fan of Assassin's Creed 2. But I do really appreciate that the game gave birth to Ezio, and I mean that quite literally. We literally witnessed Ezio being born. Ezio is such an incredible character and would be the only character in the entire franchise to get a trilogy of games dedicated to them. Most characters in Assassin's Creed struggle to get even 2 games, let alone 3 full games. Ezio is such a charming, lovable character and easily the best part of Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is a game I love dearly. I've spent probably hundreds of hours on my Xbox 360 playing this game. I wouldn't even play the missions sometimes. Young me would just sit there, murdering all those poor innocent guards. The thing I love the most about Brotherhood is kinda hard to nail it down to just one little thing, since I love the entire game so damn much. But I do have to say, the thing I love the most about Brotherhood is the ability to create your own assassin order. In Brotherhood, you can recruit NPCs to join the assassins. They'll get their own robes, you can level them up and call them in to help you in missions and combat, or if you're just going around in the open world, just call them in to take out some guards in front of you. Just was so cool seeing them jump off the roof and just kill tons of guards. Oh, it was really cool. It always sucked as well when you had that assassin you maybe had from the start of the game and they died in combat. I always felt so damn guilty. I'd be so happy to see this feature return in Assassin's Creed Mirage, or any future Assassin's Creed game. I love this feature so much, and it sucks it's only been in a handful of Assassin's Creed games. Assassin's Creed Revelations is probably the only game in the series that didn't really try anything that new. It definitely felt like a massive DLC to Brotherhood. That's not a bad thing though. Brotherhood's great, and more Brotherhood is always a good thing. Revelations has a lot of cool stuff in it, as using the glider to glide around the place, or using your cool new hook blades to get up higher than you previously could before. But in all honesty, the best part about Revelations in my opinion is its story. I think Revelations blended the stories of Altair, Ezio, Desmond, and Subject 16 together so goddamn well. That intro cutscene just blew me away when I first seen it, and still to this day it blows me away. It's just so damn perfect.
Or nothing but the whistling of a cold and lonely wind. Masyaf has not been home to the assassins for almost 300 years now. Can we still claim it for our own? Are we welcome there? I am wary of this fight, Claudia. Not because I am tired, but because our struggle seems to move in one direction only, towards chaos. Today, I have more questions than answers. This is why I've come so far. To find clarity. To find the wisdom left behind by the great Altair. So that I may better understand the purpose of our fight.
Going back and playing as Altair was insane back in the day. Seeing Masyaf in Revelations' graphics was unreal. It looked amazing. And then that one scene where Altair has the apple, that blew my mind back in the day. I love Revelations for its story just so much. It's such an incredible story. Assassin's Creed 3 introduced a lot of new things to the series, but the one thing I really liked in Assassin's Creed 3 was its setting, the American Revolution, not the Civil War, which I very stupidly said in my last video. I don't even know how I did that. Anyway, I think the setting was so interesting because few games have ever really touched on it, and I think Assassin's Creed 3 did a lot of justice for the setting. I just really enjoyed seeing all these cool characters from history in the game. Not much else to say about Assassin's Creed 3, I just really enjoyed the setting, it was just cool. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is a game I love. It's up there as one of my favourite Assassin's Creed games of all time. And well, the reason for that is because Assassin's Creed 4 is the perfect pirate game. It's got some great naval combat with the ability to fight out in the open sea, then ram in, get close, board, kill the guys, loot their ship, and move on to the next one. I love the naval combat of Assassin's Creed 4 so much. It's just so addicting and fun, and I just love the fantasy of being a pirate, sailing the seas with my crew, especially when those goddamn sea shanties come on.
Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, early in the morning. What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning.
Now, just imagine that Ubisoft one day took Black Flag and tried to make a multiplayer. It could be real. Oh, maybe that wasn't such a great idea. Yeah, no, that was a bad idea. Assassin's Creed Rogue is a game I think that's quite unique, being the only mainline game in the entire series that allows us to play the majority of the game as a Templar. I think Rogue is a truly special game, but it's kind of got that Revelations problem, where it feels kind of like a DLC to Assassin's Creed 3 and 4, instead of being its own truly unique thing. But that doesn't discount its very unique story. I quite enjoyed seeing how fractured and almost evil the Colonial Brotherhood was, and it was lovely to see Haytham Kenway again, and for the first time, we were on the bad guys' side. But we actually weren't the bad guys. This time the Templars were the good guys, so we weren't actually the bad guys in the end. Assassin's Creed Unity, I think it's pretty simple to guess what the best part of Unity is. And that's easily its gameplay. It's got the best stealth and parkour out of any Assassin's Creed game to date, and I don't think any Assassin's Creed game ever will be better than Unity in terms of parkour and stealth. The combat is also the best in any classic non-RPG Assassin's Creed. I mean, the RPG games maybe did it a little better, but I think if you're looking at just the classic games, not the RPGs, I think Unity does combat the best. Unity is a solid game. I have my problems with it, which if you've watched the opposite side of this video, you'll know quite well what my problems with this game are. But I really do enjoy the gameplay of Unity. It's just a blast. I like to hop onto Unity sometimes, customize Arno, make him look as cool as I want, and just go around and use the cool parkour, cool stealth, the fun combat. Its gameplay is just so good, and it really sucks. We really only got one game with all this amazing gameplay. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is a game I'm not all that fond of. I'm just not a big fan of most parts of this game. Again, check out the opposite version of this video if you're interested in finding out what that is. But I have to applaud the setting of Syndicate. I think Victorian London is a really different, unique and interesting setting. Running around the rooftops of London and climbing up Big Ben and jumping off Big Ben is beautiful. I've loved it. It's nice seeing such a modern Assassin's Creed. Like, it was so modern, and to think that we also got a World War I version of London was a really nice surprise as well. The setting was just so modern and unique, like we had revolvers for the first time. There was so much unique stuff, and I really enjoyed Syndicate's setting, even though I wasn't so big on the rest of the game. I just loved the setting, but not the rest of it. Assassin's Creed Origins is a fantastic game, and it's probably kind of obvious what the best part of the game is, and that's its great story. I think it's got such an emotionally and character-driven story that has some of the amazing moments that we've never really seen in the series up until Origins. Bayek is an amazing character, probably my second favourite in the series, just behind Ezio. Aya is also a really good character. Getting to play as her in the naval missions and the little bit at the end was a pleasant surprise. She always had good dialogue and interactions with the other characters. I really liked Aya and Bayek. I really enjoyed the story of Origins. I only wish Ubisoft made a full-on sequel with Bayek and Aya, but it seems like we're never going to get that. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a game I quite enjoy. Not everybody likes the game, and that's fine, but for me I quite enjoy Odyssey. I really enjoyed the main characters of Odyssey. I think Cassandra in particular was a really well done character. She was a fantastic protagonist with some great lines and some great dialogue, and the delivery from the actor and just everything about her. I think she was a great protagonist. I think she was amazing. Also as Deimos, as the villain, she was quite decent as well. She was well acted and just a well done character, to be honest. I really like Cassandra. Alexios is also a fine main character, but I actually find he was better as Deimos than as the main protagonist. I found that Alexios was a better villain in Odyssey, and Cassandra was the better main character. But that's just my personal opinion. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is an alright game in my opinion. I think it's the weakest of the RPG games, but not a bad game by any means. I think Valhalla's combat is actually quite good. It's got some problems like the abilities being kinda meh, the stun attack animations getting kinda repetitive, but other than that, I think Valhalla has got some of the better combat in the entire series. I find it to be the most fun and engaging than the other games in the RPG series and the classic games. I just really like the combat. I think it flows well, I just think it plays well, so much weapon variety. I really like the combat. I only wish the abilities in this game were a little bit more fun and unique, as I find them kind of boring and I never really use the abilities all that often. But I really did enjoy the combat of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And that's my personal thoughts on the best part of each Assassin's Creed game. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a nice little opposite version of my worst parts of AC games video. I think it's quite cool to do an opposite version to show the best parts. Anyway, thank you for watching, I hope you have a lovely day, and I've been The Intel.